Today on Artifactually Speaking, we look at a mystery object. I'm Brad Hafford, archaeologist at the Penn Museum, and I'm here in southern Iraq working with many other archaeologists at the ancient city of Lagash. Today's object is something that we find quite a few of in the trenches. I've gotten at least 12 in my trench alone. I often find them broken and in trash contexts, and so it's really hard to understand exactly what they were used for. But that's why I want to highlight it today, because we don't always know what we're looking at. When I was a student, the thing that really got me interested in archaeology was the idea that I could contribute to this overall knowledge. Sometimes when you're in school, you're taught things and then you simply repeat them, as if we already know these things, you're just trying to memorize it. But I found out that archaeologists don't know everything. We are still learning, and I could help to understand things. I could overturn new rocks, as it were, to find new facts. So that got me very excited. And this sort of thing does it too. What we're looking at is a very simple object. It's just a circle with a hole in it, really. We're currently cataloging them as donut-shaped objects because we don't really know what they were for. It's just some clay that has been molded into a circle with varying sizes of holes in them. Sometimes it's small and sometimes it's fairly large. Sometimes it's just the base of a bowl, and then a small hole has been drilled through the bottom of that. So it becomes one of these circular holed objects. Here's one of these donut-shaped objects now. Sometimes they're made of unbaked clay, and sometimes it's baked. They're various sizes, but usually not bigger than this. Sometimes they're a little bit smaller. So the question is, why? What were they used for? And I wanted to show all of the different opinions that we have because each archaeologist kind of has their own idea. Sara is a pottery expert. I know they're made of clay, but it's not really a vessel. Do you have any idea what they're used for?
Weight?
A weight of what sort?
Weight, yeah, for the loom maybe or something?
Sometimes we see them as loom weights.
Yeah, we found one in the surface survey, and I put it down as a net weight question mark.
Net weight.
Well, I'm not sure if they're weights because they have no sign of wear. So if they are a weight, they would have been used horizontally.
I'm thinking also net weights. I'm not sure about loom weights because I thought that in the third millennium they had a horizontal loom, not the drop looms, because otherwise loom weights would be really plausible. But net weights, given that we're surrounded by marsh and we know there's a lot of fish around that they're exploiting, so that makes a lot of sense.
Has anybody suggested it's a ritual object?
We often say that when we don't know what something does, right? So we just found this net sinker or loom weight, and we found it right here. So we marked the spot to make sure that we can shoot it in to show exactly where we found it. And then we bag the object, and we write a unique number. This one is 476, and where it came from, and we tag it and we take it in to photograph it, clean it, and analyze it. I like the idea that they are net sinkers. The people of Lagash lived in close proximity to marshes, and they gathered a lot of fish. So, if you tied these things to a net and then threw it out, it would sink down, and you could pull it in to gather fish or frogs or whatever it is that you're trying to get. The problem is that some of these are unbaked clay, and that means that they would melt in water, essentially. So it wouldn't work. Others aren't really very heavy. This one has okay weight to it and actually could be a net sinker. But that's one of the issues here. They don't all have to be used for the same thing. Some of them might be loom weights, but loom weights are usually heavier, and they need to hold the warp of a loom tight so they hang down, and I don't think most of these are heavy enough, and we do know about loom weights in the ancient world. They're usually larger than this. For all we know, this was the ancient bottle cap with a hole for a reed straw. I doubt that, but it could be any number of things, and it's very interesting to think about it and to realize that we can always learn more. I'm Brad Hafford. I hope you enjoyed learning about this donut-shaped object with me, and I hope that you'll join me again next time on Artifactually Speaking.